Chapter 7. Camila's Shadow. The rapid clatter of Camila Morales' keyboard was the only sound in her darkened apartment. The glow of her laptop screen cut through the gloom, illuminating her face, drawn with focus, shadows pooling beneath her eyes. Her article was hours overdue. Phil's last message had been a single word: deadline. She hated working like this, driven by pressure and instinct, the truth always just beyond perfect phrasing. But this story was no longer about schedules or editors. It was about staying visible, about pushing forward in the narrow space that remained when powerful interests closed ranks and silence settled in. Camila leaned back in her creaking chair, revving the tension from her shoulders. On the desk beside her lay 3 inexpensive phones, lined up like protective charms. Only one still showed a signal. The others were dark, retired, discarded when they began to feel unreliable. In her line of work, caution wasn't paranoia, it was survival. She now operated under the assumption that every digital trace was observed, every communication potentially echoed. The world felt smaller, closer, the walls drawn in just enough to make concentration difficult. Her email client, running through a secured browser, displayed a single message received earlier that night. No subject, no signature, only a warning, a reminder that certain names were not meant to be printed. Camila archived it without hesitation, filing it into an encrypted folder she'd simply labeled threats. For her, intimidation had become a grim form of confirmation. It meant she was circling something real, something protected. 2 anchors now defined the shape of her investigation: the dead man at the center of a stalled case, and a corporate empire whose name kept surfacing in the background, polished and untouchable. One connected street-level darkness to boardroom light. The other explained why files closed quietly, why questions stalled, why institutions hesitated. A memory rose unbidden. An interview from a year earlier. A survivor in a safe house outside Reno. A teenager with eyes far older than her years, speaking haltingly about a remote compound in the desert, about powerful visitors, about one man in particular, charismatic, intimidating, carefully composed. Like someone famous, she'd said softly, but colder, smiling, not kind. At the time, Camila had recorded it, documented it, filed it away. One testimony among many. Without names, without proof, it remained an echo. Now, the echo had a face, a public image, a corporate logo. The pieces aligned with unsettling clarity. The benefactor, the celebrity, the advocate for the vulnerable. The same mask worn by the figure described in whispers. The name that drew every thread inward. It wasn't just influence. It was insulation, a presence woven so deeply into systems of power that exposure itself became dangerous. Camila stared at the cursor blinking on her screen. Printing that name felt like stepping into open light while unseen eyes adjusted in the dark. Her coffee had gone cold. The room felt still, as if holding its breath. Yet the fear only sharpened her resolve. There had to be accountability. There had to be balance, not for awards, not for recognition, but because truth, once uncovered, had a way of outlasting the structures built to bury it. That belief, stubborn, unyielding, was all that kept her typing. And it was the only shield she had left.